Hey guys, welcome back to some Baldur's Gate. Um, and we left off. Where were we? We were on the road to Baldur's Gate. Off camera, I realized that I missed something, so we're gonna go there. And off camera, I recruited Jaheira and
The work is
was
never
leveling
done.
her a bit.
Alright, what now? One day I'll catch a break.
I will not do that right now, I think.
I would not linger in this land over long. You're sure? Later then. I tell you not.
Hello, my dear. Lead on. Trust no one.
What to do? Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
So what I missed in
No one's stopped me yet.
these places is
Never wanted the easy path.
Hello, my dear. Oh, it sounds...
How can I help? With... Seek and you shall find me.
Let's get going.
What's on your mind? I question. I'll be here.
Have to keep going.
Yeah? I'd love to, thanks.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Making me sweat.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Hey, soldier.
Oh, come on. Oh,
If not over, then through.
Greetings. It is done. Assume nothing.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Greet. Are you sure that's confirmed?
Don't waste a step.
What can I do for you, my friend? Lead on.
let's go. We are decked out.
The amulet is heavy. Suddenly, the metal surges.
Can thou endure?
The laugh urge fades.
Thou hast done well. Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun. You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander. Whatever madness this spirit suffers was inflicted by Lathander's enemies, followers of Shah.
That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
A ghost! Ha ha! Sharon's broken my body. Thou shalt return me home. It is written. I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
You feel a chuckle coming up. The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Wait a second. Did I do the thing under the... Fuck.
With haste.
Strange. Can't feel the shadow curse down here. What is this place?
Do you accept Shah's test of your intellect?
Oh, I forgot to do this. Shit.
You feel a small pulse of energy race up your spine, and a strange sensation of acceptance. Are you bold of heart and sharp of tongue? Can you turn any and all to the Dark Lady's cause? Confidence surges through you. You feel like there is nothing you can't do, no one you can't win over. The statue seems to agree and approve. Do you think yourself wise enough to be granted Shah's blessing? A warm swell rises through you. Acceptance. You are worthy. The altar's purpose is unclear, but the dagger upon it looks valuable.
What am I to do?
Though you are an outcast, Shah's dogma remains firmly entrenched in your mind. You know what this altar seeks. Blood.
Is that blood? No, never mind. What path lies before me? Well, so much for peace.
My victims await.
Can't give up. Heading there.
No choice but to keep going.
Let me strike. Fresh orders?
What do I have to lose?
Got to concentrate.
Let's turn someone inside out. Yes.
Ready for battle.
Still on my feet.
Let's have some fun.
Yes? Yes.
What's the plan?
Time to push my luck again. Blood follows me everywhere. Another step forward.
curse has been lifted, the lands cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another...
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and... Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Very well. it.
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Of course.
Just the one? Very serious of you. Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive. Fine. What? No notes, considering all we've been through. I think I was very lucky to find such...
Hey, soldier.
You wish to consult me? A disparate collection of vagabonds. She is intelligent, strong, and capable as both a leader and a fighter. An impressive woman. It is a shame that she devotes all of her talents and experience to the futile cause of the Harpers. Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic. Precisely. Preservation and balance are an excuse for inaction and stagnation. There are organizations like the Harpers in every realm and every culture.
The gate is closed. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. To place him in a position of such esteem, the world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. We'll be glorious, both you and I. You'll have your day too. Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly to ascend. My, you sweetheart. If we don't find my brethren, we should get to them first. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the...
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. And I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. We need to learn more about what we saw. And as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicion...
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure. I've been unfair to you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. What would you like to know? Anytime.
What's on your mind? Looking forward to a bit of rest.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the Chosen. I am free from my bond. You must face them.
Pray, ask.
Why so mighty?
Fate, dost thou require a new...
What now? Step lightly. I wonder...
I've got a long road ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Let's go.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Well met.
Let's be on my way.
I'm listening.
Watch your back. Moving.
Never a dull moment. Can't slow down.
Keep your distance, darling.
There. No time to rest.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join my power.
We're under attack. Help me.
Go for the throat.
Your command. am your death.
Tadpole scum! Hataka!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Where do I go from here?
Need to stay focused. Full, damn you. On the move.
Unleash me. Hardly worth my time.
Gistavki! Orpheus! I can't take much more.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
On I go.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's end this.
Another fight. Let's go. Time to press ahead.
Need to act fast.
This feels good.
On your command.
Can you feel death's cold grip? Spill some blood.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
I thirst for combat.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
Dream Guardian.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Take you.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Well, hello.
You need my expertise.
No time to dally.
Never a dull moment.
Shall we dance?
Ready for battle.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone. I need need you, now.
Should mind my step.
It's not over. Come to the skull. The skull. Come to the skull.
So the demonic figures we saw were
Help
just
me.
Yankee all along.
Please, help me. I can't hold them off much longer.
What now?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
This way.
Let's spill some blood.
Fresh orders?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. I need you, now.
Looking ahead.
What's next, I wonder?
Can't give up now.
The skull. Come to the skull.
Light on my feet.
Is that Orpheus?
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
A mind flare? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Song from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackhead's wrath upon you. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern, that night when you held me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thought. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest. Together, we can turn the tide. Now, help me. The god. Destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it, now! Together, we can turn the tide.
It is Orpheus. Oh my. Wow, Asterion is so strong.
Your command.
What should I do?
Unleash me.
Got to keep fighting.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Yes. I thirst for combat.
I'm ready.
victims await.
Ready.
On your command. Let me strike.
My faith will protect me.
I am not your enemy. Look at the Yankiar.
Talk to me. Got to move.
Your command.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You grew attached to a mere disguise, but you judge without even knowing me. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain. The one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki, and find allies in the outer world. You. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched Illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not.
Damn, son.
Be indebted to a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Bal. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers. For years, I served the Elder Brain. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous. I had the good fortune to meet Duke. People referred to my needs was he tore me from my home. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates, indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather than potential future allies, like you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the void. It is this when Orpheus black bound by they were close to breaking my hold. I am alone. Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished. No, God has sent me on a mission. How the moment and found, I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was with, all I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. There may come a time when that is necessary. The moment his protection is gone, we may look different. But to the Elder Brain, we are already the same. Thralls in its design. I'm glad you think so. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
Hell no, bro.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
What devastating beauty, bro. Man, I unlock cool powers.
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Well, certainly brave of you. I'll say that much.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary. What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast.
I suppose if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh you feel different.
You are. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey.
Yeah, you're like, oh, combat powers. Are you fucking sucked in combat, bro? Did a thing, then they just cleanse themselves. Did 0 fucking damage. Fucking useless kid. Literally only doing this for cool powers. Bro. Fuck you, Emperor. Cringe, illicit enjoyer.
The answer is twofold. 1, I can. 2, so.
Well,
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with a tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become...
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
can't stop me yet. These boots have seen everything.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away. The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Go to the city. Try out your new form. Enjoy it.
Seems like drugs. And drugs are bad, people. Drugs are bad.
We can talk later.
I'm a bit busy at the moment. We'll
Now's
talk
not the
later.
time.
Wow, I can fucking fly. Okay, that is pretty cool.
How much farther can I go?
Such a curious artifact.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or
Well, yeah, somebody
astral
tossed
prism,
Shadowheart
the whole
delivering the
time we've had
artifact,
it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Very serious of you. But go ahead. Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise. I haven't even dared to use the more benign forms of illithid powers. Do you really think I'm eager to jump to the next step? Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. Still, it seems keen to be an ally in its own way. Compared to what we're up against, I'm not sure that's a bad... Good. I was...
You wish to consult me? We will need every advantage to survive. If this superior tadpole is its influence on you is plain to see. You are sublime. I will be unstoppable.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind...
Perhaps, once the others...
You wish to consult me? You wish to consult me?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. Still, it seems keen to be an ally.
Find a way forward. I'll feel that one later.
You wish to consult me? We will... If its influence on you is plain to... As you should. When I am strong...
So, We owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Well, of course I've thought about it. If I completed the ritual instead of Cazador, I'd get... I don't relish it. But of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible. Don't look at me like... The answer is no. No. That was before I knew the cost. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. If we master the tadpoles, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an Elithid and its Githyanki's slave. I'm not going to submit to this.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? I'm glad. Though, I don't think I'm quite done with the past yet. Not until I've been to Baldur's Gate.
Time to press ahead.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she...
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with... Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay.
Oh, what?
Orpheus was...
I didn't know that.
His only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the... One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. If the Githyanki are to be free... What about him? Very well. It also promises to break us beyond... Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? I know. And I...
Gods, I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's great. Especially if this... Then again, you can pull it off better than most. Thank the gods.
When I first met you, saving your... I trust your leadership and respect your decisions. But I truly hope this is not something we come...
Shadowheart looks different. A change of...
There's no more radiant sight than shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubted...
We have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp.
Fate, dost thou require a new...
Begone, friend. I have a... Looking forward to a bit of...
It eludes me. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond me. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire, and glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could... The Emperor may be loath. Orpheus can disrupt a gay hive mind. A talent like that, why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't the means of Vlaakith's own end. Better to have Orpheus better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Well met.
Yes. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. Thank you.
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more very serious of you. I suppose you've earned it.
Let's go on to Baldur's Gate. Nice.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Yeah, back to the sunny vibes.
Moving in.
The city is close now. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Worm's cage, but not enough to organize.
So, precisely how many red caps are missing to see?
I'm loving these sunny vibes.
Watching gods. But the Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in haste. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act, rather than with allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found... That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of... If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from it. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief... I felt the way they think. Saw the world as they do. Foul... Then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. You remind me of another I knew. The gods can grant power or strip it away. But so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Worm's Crossing. This is it. I'm almost home. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee, but he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. And if I can seize that almighty power... Ah. Oh, darling. It sounds...
Incredible to be back. My home. My city. Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good... It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of lore. It's been 7 years since I left. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
Wow. What was the first person to be like? Tev always asks people how they are, but nobody asks Tevs how they are feeling. Thank you, Will.
Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the elf song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate. Always good to talk, my friend.
Baldur's Gate at last. I'm listening.
What's on your mind?
I'm listening. It is done. Blackets will be done.
No time to rest. Breathe deep and move.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword. I am free from my... You must face them.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. I mourn. He raised me to serve Selûne as my... When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, this was different. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. I understand it's strange. Then... And this is where I still need... Next I knew, I was being jolted. He told... I found... He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew...
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
What? What do you mean?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respect...
The next urchin that tries to pick my pocket will lose its hand. If I take its head, how will it learn from its mistakes? Even here, a child deserves a second chance. I am reminded of the Breren, the stench streets of Menzoberranzan, where the sick and the outlawed, despite the destitution, there is profit and opportunity to be found in such places, if one is willing to wade through the squalor. From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror. Yes. Particularly, I am a daughter of Menzoberranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. My home was at the tallest point of Cuel Arzol, the place of the nobles. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface. And I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself. And I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. Yes. My house trained me to be a soldier in Loth's service, and she taught me to be resilient, and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share. Yes. I only know it. I expect it will live up to its legend.
Worm's Crossing, the gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that. I have. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastic. Scratch's tongue lolls out happy.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I suppose we didn't. Another life, perhaps.
I'm listening. Are you sure that's the confirm?
What's on your mind?
Let's go.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, wow, we finally did it. Almost reached Baldur's Gate. I think that's a good place to call it. I'm gonna call it there for now. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Peace.